Hi, my name is Derek Wright, one of the owners of Houghton Horns, and today we're going to do a French horn shootout between the Yamaha 871 and the Dieter Otto 180K-JN. The Dieter Otto goes for about $8,000 as of today, which is October 2023, and the Yamaha 871 goes for about $8,500. So these horns are in the same price range and they're often cross-shopped. So let's talk about some of the positives and negatives of each instrument. This is the Yamaha 871DU. The D stands for detachable bell and the U stands for unlacquered. The 871 is an 800 series Yamaha, and that is on purpose because it's supposed to evoke memories of the excellent Yamaha 861 from the 1980s. This horn plays very differently from that horn, frankly, but it's still a great instrument. It is a true Geyer wrap, so it's traditionally wrapped like a Geyer with no differences. It's about a medium-large bell. Now, one thing to be careful on Yamahas is that the ring on Yamahas are very small, and they sit pretty far up the ring. This is why Yamahas have a hard time fitting into a lot of different detachable bell cases. But visually, the ring makes the bell throat seem smaller than it really is. If this was a more standard Alexander ring, the ring would be sitting about here, and that bell throat would look a little larger. So just be aware of that if you're looking at a picture of a Yamaha. That visual difference may make you think that it's a smaller bell than it really is. The 871 has a great sound to it. In fact, many professionals in the area have switched to the 871, including the principal horn player of the Fort Worth Symphony and several very active freelancers in the area. Being Yamaha's top-of-the-line custom horn, there's a lot of bling to this horn. One, you'll notice that the slides are actually made of gold brass. I don't think that actually makes a difference in the sound, but it does look very pretty. It also has these gold look valve caps with lots of engraving. Has a traditional water key with a very smooth mechanism, and it has an adjustable thumb lever and adjustable pinky hook. Now let's talk about the U in Yamaha 871DU. Whenever possible, we tend to order horns that are unlacquered. Here are some of the reasons why. Number one, lacquer does slightly change the sound. And when we've done head-on-head comparisons between lacquered and unlacquered horns, the lacquer does tend to give a more plastic quality to the sound. Number two, although lacquer does keep the horn shiny, once the lacquer starts to wear off, your sweat and bodily fluids get underneath the lacquer and cause a phenomenon called pitting, where the surface of the instrument gets very rough. Now, of course, an unlacquered horn wears under your sweat and bodily fluids as well, but it wears more evenly, so you never get that rough surface to the horn. We do acknowledge that there is different opinions on whether your horn should be lacquered or not. So I'm not here to tell you that, hey, you should play only lacquered horns or you should only play unlacquered horns. But those two reasons I just laid out are the reason why we at Houghton Horns will order horns as standard, if available, unlacquered. And if someone wants a lacquered horn, we can always place a special order for you. Now, let's listen to the sound of this horn. So as you can hear, this horn has a very, very nice sound. It's not too crass or strident, but it still has enough color in the sound to punch through any ensemble. I will say this is the Yamaha that I have been most impressed with out of all of Yamaha's current offerings. And if you're interested in a Yamaha, this would be my #1 recommendation. This is the Dieter Otto 180K-JN. This is a handmade German horn. The Dieter Otto does have nice engraved valve caps, and it does have an adjustable thumb lever, but it doesn't have the adjustable pinky hook of the Yamaha. This horn is also unlacquered. As I've said before, we always order our horns unlacquered when available. Now, the Dieter Otto does come with an interchangeable receiver. So you can take the receiver off and put one on that accepts Morse taper mouthpieces, or you can put on one that accepts European taper mouthpieces, and both come with the horn. This is a great feature that has been included on other German horns recently, such as those made by Dietmar Dirk and horns made by Johannes Finke, among others. I don't mean to leave anything out. I just can't think of it right now. The Yamaha can also take Morse and European mouthpieces, but not because it has a removable receiver. It's because it uses a combo taper. So with the combo taper, you can put in a Morse mouthpiece or a European mouthpiece, and both should work just fine in the Yamaha. The only other manufacturer I know of that uses a combo taper is Engelbert Schmid. The Dieter Otto uses its own unique ring, so it's not Alexander compatible. It is a little wider than the Yamaha ring, so it sits lower on the bell, and it fits in more cases. But the bell taper of the Otto and the Yamaha are very similar. But if you look at a picture of this one looks larger, and this is because of the visual trickery that the placement of the ring is playing on your eyes. And both the Yamaha and the Otto are made of yellow brass. The Otto has a nickel silver lead pipe, while the Yamaha has a gold brass lead pipe. That does make a difference in the sound, as the nickel silver lead pipe will respond a little better and gives a little more oomph to the articulation, making the articulation easier, while the gold brass lead pipe gives a more mellow sound to the instrument. However, both are not made of yellow brass, and that is a positive because yellow brass lead pipes are susceptible to red rods. And because of the saliva and other fluids going through the lead pipe, that makes it a part of the horn that is particularly susceptible to red rot. So it's always good to see nickel silver or gold brass instead of yellow brass on the lead pipe to avoid that issue. Okay, let's listen to the sound of the Dieter Otto. So I would say the response of both horns was about the same, but they each have a different feel to them. The Otto was a bit brighter, a little more colorful than the 871. But the 871 I felt like had more overtones in the sound, more of a depth of sound in general. I think the choice between these two horns is going to be #1, what your sound preference is. #2, who are you playing with? What horn is going to best match with the people that you usually play with? The Yamaha 871 is a little closer in sound to my double horn, which is a Medlin. So I gravitate naturally towards that. But I think both of these horns are excellent. And the Dieter Otto especially is an excellent value. As a handmade German horn, it is way below its peers, such as the Rico Kuhn 293, the Lewis and Dirk LDX5, the Finke Legacy, all of which are in the $9,000 range of horns. So it's hard to get a better deal than this. This is a very expensive Yamaha. and it has gone up in price rapidly since its release in 2018. But even though it is a Yamaha, which is normally associated with lower level, more affordable instruments, I will fully say that this horn is worth its price, and it stands along with all of those custom German makes that I mentioned a moment ago. So there you have it. If you've been looking at the Yamaha 871 or the Dieter Otto 180K-JN, I hope that provided some more information to help you make an informed choice. Both of these horns are available at Houghton Horns right now, and they're both horns that we try to keep in stock. Recently, we implemented a 30-day return period, so that way you have a longer period of time to live with the horn, play it, really try it out, and be confident with your decision. And you can always come into our shop for an in-person consultation. And you can also schedule a virtual consultation on our website for help and guidance if you can't come to Texas. Both options are completely free and there is no pressure to buy. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and I plan to start doing them again on a regular basis. So please comment below if you have any horns that you would like to see me do a video on. I've been very busy lately purchasing a new building. Yes, Houghton Horns owns a new building, 5 blocks away from our current shop. It is a renovated church. Well, it is a dilapidated church right now, but it is a church that we are currently renovating. We're hoping to open it up to customers in the spring. And along with that will be a relaxation of our appointment policies and a massive expansion of our inventory. So you'll be able to see even more horns than before. We plan to make this location a true destination, worth coming from anywhere in the world to see our shop in Texas. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll tune in for the next video.